What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am restarting a new Let's Play for Dark Souls 3 due to some technical issues with the first attempt to do a Dark Souls 3 series. I have to restart. I do apologize for the lack of videos here in the last, I don't know, probably month or so, 2 months, something like that. I'm going to try and get back on it and get videos uploading pretty regularly and doing some live streams more regularly. Um, but we're gonna just go ahead and jump right in, and I'll see you guys after this cutscene.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital, Yon the Giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be Cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
All right, here we go into our character creation. Just like the Dark Souls 1 Let's Play, I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. I'm not gonna go um into the whole appearance of my character and do all that stuff because you're not really gonna see my character's face at all. But for those that have never played Dark Souls 3 before, we do have several different classes here. As you can see, we have the Knight, uh, who has a long sword and a pretty sturdy shield. We have the Mercenary, who has, I think they're called the Cell Sword Twin Blades, as well as a shield. And they have their own special moveset. It's pretty cool, actually. We'll definitely be checking those out when I find those, or when I get those items in the game. But I'm not playing as the Mercenary, start out, at least. We do have the warrior who has this axe and a round buckler type shield. We've got the Herald, who comes with a spear and a pretty sturdy shield as well, and he also comes with the Heal Miracle. Has a little bit of a face build to him. We've got the Thief, who comes with the typical dagger and shield. But in this one, the Thief actually comes with I think it's the longbow um, that it comes with. Got the Assassin, who's got the it's not an S stock. I can't think of what it's called. It's not a rapier. But it's essentially, it might be an S stock. It's not a rapier. It is an S stock. He's got the small buckler as well, and it looks like he's got a sorcerer's staff. It does a little bit of sorcery magic. Typical sorcerer comes with a dragon ring. A little dagger and shield, but mainly focused on the sorcery magic. Typical pyromancer with the giant axe. Pyromancer's hand. This one actually comes with pyromancer ring, whereas in the first game I don't believe it did. And then we have the cleric. He's got his mace and I think it's called the heater shield. I might be wrong on that. I think that's the heater shield. And he comes with little chimes to do his faith magic. He actually comes with 2 different faith spells as well, which I've never really noticed before. And then, of course, everybody's favorite, the Deprived, who has a club and wood plank shield. And that is it. And in this game, the Deprived is actually the lowest level you can start, because it starts at level 1. Whereas in Dark Souls 1, the lowest level was the Pyromancer, if I'm not mistaken. But I am going to go through and start with the Knight. Just do a typical Dark Souls playthrough. And these are different items we have. We have the Life Ring to raise maximum HP, a Divine Blessing, which is a one-time thing, a Hidden Blessing, Black Fire Bombs, a Fire Gem to put fire damage onto your weapon, Sovereignless Soul for a couple extra souls at the beginning of the game, Rusted Iron Coin for item discovery, Cracked Red Orb for invasions, and then we have a new item, which I guess the Life Ring is a new item as well, but this is one that really you don't know what it does until you know what it does. The Young White Branch, which is what I'm going with. So that's going to be our burial gift. I'm not even going to worry about this stuff. Name, we'll just go with... we'll go with Gary. So we're playing Gary. We'll go ahead and start this up. I think we have a little bit of a cutscene after I hit finalize creation. I will see you after this little short cutscene here. Maybe. Maybe I lied. Oh, there it goes. Okay. And there we have it. We rise out of our coffin. Big note in this one, you actually start with your weapons right away. You don't have to go and find them like you do in the first game. It is a lot smoother in terms of character movement. Still the same exact controls. No, there's literally nothing different with controls for anybody that's never played Dark Souls 3 before. Same exact controls as Dark Souls 1. We also do start with Estus flasks in this. We don't have to go talk to anybody or kill anybody or anything like that to get an Estus flask. Here we have an Ashen Estus flask. So this game does work differently than Dark Souls 1 in this aspect. Instead of resting in a bonfire to refill your spell uses, you have that blue bar up in our left-hand corner that is your... Wow, really? Sacred Chime already. I've never actually gotten this early in the game. Anyways, that blue bar up in the upper left-hand corner of the screen is your magic. So once that empties, you can't use spells. The Ashen Estus flasks are used to refill that bar, and normal Estus flasks work like normal Estus flasks and heal your health. Go ahead and kill the enemies real quick. We'll do a little once around of this area. So obviously, as the knight, you do some pretty decent damage starting out, just like in Dark Souls 1. But we're here in looks like a just ruined, ruined and rubbled graveyard. Got tombstones and coffins and whatnot galore. We can go back here and we're gonna fight a really big boy, which would be nice and fun, especially since I do have the fast roll, even in this knight armor. You know those little crystal lizards you see in Dark Souls 1? That's what they grow into, and you don't actually see that in Dark Souls 1. It's a Dark Souls 3 exclusive enemy, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they're in Dark Souls 2. Ow, that hurt. And as you can see, he does pretty big damage for a starting out character. I need to get with it. I can usually beat this guy without taking any damage, but getting distracted trying to commentary while I'm playing. Cool. No, you don't, buddy. Ooh. Wow. Keep my shield up. I am missing so bad right now. Roll, I can get a hit in. Or two. There we go, yes. So I can get in front and face stab. Yes! There we go. That did some pretty decent damage there. We're going to heal up. Ooh! But yeah, this is what those little crystal lizards that you can kill for some upgrading material. This is what they grow into. Some damage done on him. Can finish him. Oh, let's play it safe. With the shield up. There we go, and we got him. We get a Titanite skill really early on, which is dope. So you got an item over here. Soul of an Unknown Traveler. Get a little extra souls that way. And if you can defeat that big guy right there, while you start here, that's some pretty solid souls to really start off your character. And if you're feeling up to a challenge, if you're playing for the first time, or if you're a Dark Souls 3 veteran, I'm sure you already know that's a pretty good spot to get a early upgrade material. We come out here and we get this beautiful view, this gorgeous view, of mountains and whatnot. Got some ruined structures over there, and looks like more graveyard. Now I actually never noticed the castle behind me up here. It's a first for me. We do have a bonfire. Here we go. Typical lighting of the bonfire. Go ahead and sit down. Rest. We are in the Cemetery of Ash. All we can do is just leave. Just like in Dark Souls 1, when you first rest at a bonfire, you can't really do anything at it. Oh, let's do this again. Some more enemies over here. Let's go ahead and take them out. Go. So one spot people you might not know about is right up here. We got an item on that coffin. You actually got to jump from up here to get it. So you just get a nice running jump, land on the coffin. We get an early Titanite shard for upgrading our weapons and armor. We also get a drop here. Go. Another archer here. And take him out. And I thought there was an enemy up there, but I guess not. Maybe he's a little further up and I just didn't get to him. And here we have our first boss fight. Just like in Dark Souls 1, it's kind of like the chosen undead must prove his worth with this first boss fight type deal. And pay attention to the back here. Got some weird globbity gloop coming out of his back. But we will go ahead and remove the sword. Anybody that's paying attention, that is a sword that looks like it's one of the swords resting in a bonfire. For anybody that's paying attention to that. We're going to get some free hits on him as he gets up. And we are fighting Gundyr. Sorry. It's not a J, it's an I. I always pronounce it with a J. Judex Gundyr. I don't know how to pronounce it if that's an I. We're doing pretty solid damage. Obviously the warriors always, the knights, melee fighters typically do pretty solid damage starting out. And this is where we get his transformation, that gobbledygook I mentioned. Once you get him to about half health, he transforms into a gobbledygook monster. Oh, I ran out of stamina. He's a pretty quick enemy, too. I know some people run into challenges fighting him because of that. You just got to work on that roll timing, and you can take him out pretty easy. Just like any boss in Dark Souls, learn their patterns, learn their movesets, and you can pretty easily evade attacks and take them down. So here, Ember Restored. This is a really big difference from Dark Souls 1 to Dark Souls 3. And it's even a little different from Dark Souls 2. So obviously Dark Souls 1, we used humanity to get into that PvP, to activate that and summon people to help with some boss fights. Dark Souls 2, you have and I'm not going to do a Let's Play on Dark Souls 2 because I really don't like that one. But in Dark Souls 2, you have the human effigies that do it. And in Dark Souls 3, we have embers. So we are embered now, so we can get invaded. We can summon people to help us, go through areas and do boss fights and all that kind of stuff. But that's one of the really big differences here from Dark Souls 1 to Dark Souls 3, at least. Like I said, I'm not going to do Dark Souls 2. I'm not a fan of that one at all. But yeah, the embering mechanics are something completely new. So we got a broken straight sword here, and we're just going to make our way up to our Firelink Shrine. Still, plenty of coffins and tombstones. Got a couple enemies out here. Ooh, got a hit on me. There we go. That's alright, because we're like right here at Firelink. So, just a quick glance back. Giant castle back there. It came up from that area right here below the castle. And again, we just have kind of mountains all around us for the backdrop. We come in here and we have Firelink Shrine. Not the same Firelink Shrine as Dark Souls 1, unfortunately. But a Firelink Shrine nonetheless. We got this gentleman here.
Another one roused from the sleep of death.
Yes, sir.
Well, gives me
Oops, I
conniptions.
accidentally just...
And they'd have us seek the lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends.
So this guy is like that really depressed dude that you can talk to right when you get to Firelink Shrine in Dark Souls 1. That's this guy. Just super depressed. And we get the collapse emotion. And just like any other NPCs, we can sit here and talk to them.
Asking us to seek the Lord. Talking true.
Yeah, he just says the same thing over and over again. We do have our Firekeeper here. And something just like Dark Souls 2, when you level up in this game, you have to come back here to Firelink Shrine and talk to her to level up.
And must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side.
So right here we have our level up mechanic. We can talk to her.
Ashen one, to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. Sovereignless souls will become thy strength.
And so in this game too,
I will show thee.
So in Dark Souls 1 we were hollowed, right?
Ashen
We were hollowing
bring
out,
me
and
souls
eventually our
plucked
character
from their
would
vessels.
go completely hollowed, and basically become one of the hollowed soldiers that you fight a lot in Dark Souls 1. In this game, we're not hollowed. We're unkindled.
Very well.
And there is a difference. So unkindled, we can die over and over again and not go mentally insane. Is a big thing with this. So here with the level up, we have a couple new stats, and one that was taken away. So the one that was taken away was the resistance stat. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but she's talking. She's talking while she levels us up. I've never noticed that before. Anyways, sorry. So the resistance stat was taken away. The resistance attribute was taken away. But in its place, they did add vitality, which is explicitly equipment load, whereas in Dark Souls 1, endurance was stamina and equipment load. So that's kind of the big change there that they did with the stats, and I don't recall if they made that change for Dark Souls 2 or not. But I'm gonna start with we'll do like 3 into endurance, do 2 into vigor, and then let's do 1 into strength. We can level up that way. But the resistance stat was taken away because now whenever we level up, our resistances go up. It's not a specific stat to make those go up now. It's just whenever we level up, our resistance goes up.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames.
So here in Firelink, we'll do a quick tour before we end the episode here. Here in Firelink, we have our Firekeeper. Obviously, we have this guy over here. We actually have our own blacksmith right here, Andre. So we don't even have to go and find a blacksmith, which is really nice. We do have a merchant here as well, this old lady.
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One.
And in this game, instead of getting to the point where we meet Frampt to sell items, we can sell items to any of the merchants that we meet, which is really nice.
And spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler.
Yeah, lady.
And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away.
Okay.
Ashen One, fetch so as is thy want. No?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you're kind of meant to be insane, but okay. Yeah, so we're still undead. We're just not hollow, or we're not hollowing. But yeah, so we have purchase item and sell items. We can sell stuff to her right away. So we'll just give her this broken sword and this cleric sacred chime because I'm not doing magic. And then just our normal armor and stuff. And so with this game, you can actually just sell your soul items, whereas in the first one you could not do that with Frampt. You can sell the soul items for their worth of souls. So like if I used this Soul of an Unknown Traveler, I would get 800 souls from it. So I can just sell it to her for the 800 souls if I want.
Ashen One.
Oh, we're actually gonna go and see what she has we can buy. So she has an Ember, repair powder, purple moss for poison, fire bombs, prism stones, homeward bone. We have the white sign soapstone for some of the other players. We don't actually have to find someone to give it to us. We can just buy it from her for 500 souls. We have the dried finger, always a great one for harder PvP. We have a tower key for 20,000 souls, which I will be buying eventually. I'm not entirely sure yet when. We have access to the sorcerer starting spells, as well as the cleric starting spell, his heal spell, and their some of the starting weapons from characters. Obviously, a sorcerer's staff and a talisman for using those spells. Some really honestly crappy shields from a couple of the starting characters, and the chain armor set, which we bought from that crazy dude that you get the Uchi-Katana from in Dark Souls 1. Same chain set. And then we just have wooded arrows and wood bolts for anybody that's trying to do some archery.
Ashen One.
Yeah. I'll bring you more souls later. We do have our blacksmith back here. We'll go ahead and talk to him real quick.
Well, a newcomer, I see.
Yes, sir.
I am Andre. I serve at this shrine as a humble smith, forging weapons.
Yep.
You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust. A toilsome journey, I'd wager. You'll require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith.
Okay.
Such is my purpose.
Obviously. So here with the blacksmith, we have a lot of new options. So we have reinforced weapon, where we can use titanite shards and whatnot to increase our weapons, make them better. We have the infused weapons to put on, like fire and ice and dark, lightning, all that type of stuff to our weapons. We have repair equipment for repairing stuff. We have a lot Estus, which is a very new thing. So we can actually choose how many ashen flasks and normal flasks we have. So I'm going to put all of mine into normal Estus flasks because I'm not using magic. Someone that's doing a magic build, obviously you would put more into your ashen flasks so you can do more magic that way. And we have reinforced Estus flasks, which we'll have to find Estus shards as we progress through the game to do that. And so this game works different from Dark Souls 1 and even Dark Souls 2, because I don't even know how you get Estus flasks in Dark Souls 2, or if you can. But in this one, you start out with 4 Estus flasks, right? So we have 3 right now, because when we change the Ashen Estus flask to normal Estus flask, it doesn't just make it 1 for us. But we have 4 total. And as we go out throughout the game and explore the world, we will find Estus shards to get more Estus flasks. And each Estus shard will give us 1 Estus flask. So we have these 5 thrones for the 5 Lords of Cinder we'll have to find, but this one is already occupied. We can go ahead and talk to him. You can just drop down right here to talk to this guy.
Oh, that unkindled, and a seeker of lords.
Yes, sir. You're old and decrepit and have no legs. Blood.
Look not in bewilderment.
I didn't even read where he's from. I missed it.
I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder. If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corpse.
Yeah, you look really gross. You look like Emperor Snoke from Star Wars.
Cadaver. No need to be.
So Ludleth of Corland. So right now all we can do is talk to him.
Of our 5 thrones
yeah, so right now all we can do is talk to him.
As
Give us a little information.
for the linking of the fire. The fast fading flame must be linked to preserve this world.
Nah, let it die.
A reenactment of the first linking of the fire.
Which we did.
So it is. I became a lord.
No, Lord Gwyn did in the first game, and then we relinked it at the end of the first game.
But I will die a colossus.
Yeah, so that's all we can do with him right now is just do some talk.
Do not.
Don't get to do anything with him yet, but we will later on in the game. So right here we can. Is there a specific spot for it? There we go. We can embed the coiled sword, which is what we pulled out of Judix Gundyr when we first started that boss fight, to make our first bonfire. Look at that. So our bonfire is lit. Now if we rest here, we can travel. So in this game you have the warp ability from any bonfire you've sat at. So we can warp from Firelink Shrine to our Cemetery of Ash, which is the first bonfire I lit, and then even to Judix. I'm just gonna stick with Judix. Gundyr bonfire, and then we have a new one that we can go to for the High Wall of Lothric, which I will be doing next episode. I don't know why I got up. But we'll be going there at the very beginning of the next episode. We have attuned spells for those spellcasters. You'll have your spell list and your 2-minute slots here to assign those. We've got our storage box, which we start out with. We don't have to buy like we did in Dark Souls 1. We can just store items. And then we have a Burn Undead Bone Shard, which we don't have any Undead Bone Shards yet, but that's what we're going to do to increase the efficiency of our Estus flasks. So as we burn more of those Bone Shards, our Estus flasks will heal us for more and more. But yeah, this is the new start to the Dark Souls 3 Let's Play. Thank you guys for joining me here, and I will catch you guys in the next episode where we will travel to the High Wall of Lothric. Until then, peace.